Welcome to Marley Traders, and today we'll be doing a little bit of market recap. So if you want to know how to catch the market, not necessarily catching the bottom or catching the top, at least a majority of the retracement and majority of the dump, regardless of which side you want to go, follow this analysis and join our Discord or Telegram channel for what's to come next. So today we'll be talking a little bit about Bitcoin and gold, because we have limited time. If you want to know exactly, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to walk you guys through our recent trade. Okay, we're going to be using gold. We didn't trade much of Bitcoin lately, although some of us caught this. I didn't. I'm just going to pop this up a little. Let me put this on. Is it here? Yes. So this is an example that I gave long time ago. Our areas, like I said, once you're prepared, there is a saying that if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail, or something like that. So it's a popular quote, so I didn't make it up. If you fail to prepare for this sort of move, you will miss it. All right, so that is why preparation, like I said in the beginning, the hard work is in the preparation. Imagine, since yesterday I'll be taking levels on all my pairs. For example, if you go here, these are the Marley traders, these are all our pairs. So I'll be taking levels on all of them. If you just go to even US oil, just pick any random pair, you will see we have the levels taken. Now, these are the levels. The levels are different from the ranges. The levels are different from the MTAs, which is called Marley Traders Analysis, the areas where we want to take the trade from. So the levels are just places that we expect price to draw to. That is totally different. We might not even trade any of this, right? These are just like our swing points and areas of interest, okay? So there is a general misconception that, oh, we always want to trade once it comes here. No, it is not necessarily correct. We do trade it. However, this is a guideline. The key, or rather, the secret is in what goes on in between these ranges. Okay. So now let me take you back to Bitcoin, because that's what we're gonna be starting from. So this analysis was done long ago, I think months ago even. However, because Bitcoin or crypto is no longer our main key areas of trading, we don't really focus more on it. However, this is still very, very accurate. See what happened lately. Okay, just recently, this and this. So this area was still reacting. How were we able to catch this? If you take just an example, you measure this. Now, what we do is, once the 50% of this is taken out, price has come under it. So we start looking for the 50% of this measurement. Okay, so if you take from here, now this is different from what you're going to see with most ICT students, because this is a whipsaw event, or this is a long week, so we share the week into two. Now, of course, this is not a novel analysis. ICT, I've said it before, the week has like 4 quadrants or 4 points to it. However, when we have a long week like this, we analyze it differently. There are ways we break this down, and then we go into a lower time frame to look for entries. So that is something else that you will not really necessarily find around. So going back to the levels here, just this alone was holding, and I placed this here a long time ago. I said old discounted PDA. So there's a couple of PDAs here that is expected to hold when the price comes in here. Okay, so the idea of round number or not round number doesn't really play much role, not to me anymore. Okay, so we had this consolidation here. Sorry about that, guys. So we had this consolidation, and then we went up. So while a lot of people think, okay, now the bearish trend is over, now we're going up, I was a little bit skeptical. Okay, so my interest was here, the old high. All right, so the old high, now this is what I look at. I look left. I look here, we had a IVG level, swing high, IVG level, and before that we have this CB and a BC. Okay, so it becomes a balanced price range. So these 1, 2, 3, and considering this BPR just before that gives me an interest that this area is likely to hold. So taking a shot from this range would have been very, very interesting in my opinion. So that is how I have prepared, or I plan. Now this is a concept that I teach to my crew members. Okay, if you want to know more about this, you join my Discord. The link is in the description below, and I'm setting up a new Telegram. I will talk more about this later or in another video. I'm gonna start a new mentorship session. Okay, so you just follow us, come to the Discord, and then details will be given. All right, for now, so this would have been how you would have caught this short. Like I said, I didn't trade this last week. I didn't trade this at all. However, one of my students, or a few of my students, were able to catch this. And that just for that. And then if we go here, now this is this is how we take our levels. If you haven't watched my videos, my past videos on taking levels, go watch Taking Levels Part 1 and Taking Levels Part 2. It gives you the basis of what we do and how we take our levels. However, you will not get the details of how we do our analysis. Okay, that is done separately, and although I post a lot of videos or some videos on YouTube, you won't get the full gist there. All right, so you have to come to the Discord, and there is a full course for free for past students, and there's a new one that's going to start anytime from now. All right, so we just take this level, and right now we know this is a range, right? This is a range, so you break the range and they come back into the range, and now you break the range. So the question is, are we going up or are we going down? You see, if you do not know which way the price is likely to go, or the probability that it's going to go up, then you will just be guessing. Okay, so that is for that. Like I said, Bitcoin is not going to be the main focus for today. However, I just want to walk you through that through an example of our past trade, or rather past analysis that is still playing out. So most of these were done long time ago. It was only corrected a few days ago, or it hasn't really been corrected properly yet. So this was very, very accurate. And if you go back, okay, I think I've deleted some of it. There was an analysis of how we caught this move all the way up, this one, and down, of course, this one, and what is next. So this is my area of interest. So I don't think I will be taking any trade on Bitcoin until this is done. Now this week might let people know that, okay, all right, my signal to people that this is already the retracement is down here, is already done. But in my opinion, this is a more worthy area, all right, for me to long Bitcoin. That's for that. So let's go to gold. No, not oil. We're going to gold. Gold has been very, very interesting lately, and we've been doing a lot of trading, or we've traded it a lot. So I'm just going to walk you through something here. All right, let me move this out of the way. So clearly, if you start from the monthly time frame here, you could see that gold, of course, we all know gold usually it goes up and it's pretty much almost always bullish, right? Now it came up here and it has since rejected after taking out this all-time high. Is it all-time high? I think it was all-time high. After taking this all-time high, and it's been retracing for a few months now, about 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 months. Regardless, now we're on the weekly time frame, and we can clearly see that price is going down. So the weekly is bearish. There's a video coming up on how to properly identify your trend, and this is going to be in connection with another video that I made before, how you have to identify your trend and the bias and the narrative and all that. So right now, clearly you see that the weekly, I'm going to use a blue arrow downwards just to signify So weekly is downwards and it is bearish clearly. All right. So what do you see? What do you see? Firstly, you will notice that, what is it? Okay, so we had an MSS here, perhaps a break of structure. Okay, so market structure shifts and a break of structure is different. They use interchangeably, but there is a difference in it. Okay, when you have a break of structure, it means the entire tide has shifted. All right, so we have a break of structure here, in my opinion, because this is a higher time frame. Do I have BOS? I don't have a BOS. I don't have a break of structure or template. All right, okay, so we're just going to use market MSS, okay, just for argument's sake, because I don't want to write. Okay, so we have a break of structure, market structure shift, whatever works for you, to the downside. Okay, now if we go to the daily, you see you could argue that it was properly displaced, or rather some would say, okay, this was the proper one. This is a daily market structure shift. So when the price broke this one on the weekly time frame, so I knew for sure that we likely, for sure, whatever, I knew that we had the chances that we're going lower becomes higher. Why? Because we already took out higher time frame. All right, this was I think this was the, I'm just going to put it up. Going back to the monthly, this was, yeah, here. So I got the ATH all-time high was taken out. So the all-time high is taken out. Once the all-time high is taken out, I'm expecting a deeper retracement. So where is the next liquidity or doll? So if I go to the weekly time frame, this place, this analysis was given to my crew member and Discord members long ago. So for weeks or months perhaps, this has been our draw on liquidity. So anything going up, we're going to short it. Anything going up, we're going to short it. Anything going up, we're shorting it. Okay, so we took a few long trade, but majority were shorting. All right, so this is how we were able to capture a lot of trade just on gold. Now the same concept were applied across all the other pairs, considering which way the market was moving. All right, so going back to the daily time frame, market structure shift, everything looking bearishly. So initially I was expecting a price to do a deeper retracement back into this fair value gap, but it didn't do that. At least not yet. So price came here, take out this one, and then keep coming down. So right now, why this is still very much in play, this is still our long-term macro draw on liquidity. Now price is here. So how did we trade it? I'm just going to turn this off. I'm going to walk you through a few for our trade. So first, this is, as you see here, it says new MTAs, new Marley trade analysis. So this was one of this is the new levels that we intend to trade this week. We just I went through this with my crew members over the weekend. I think it was yesterday we had a live session. So but if we look at, oh, by the way, we do the same on, we take levels on everything. This is the daily Marley levels. So this is how we take our levels the same way I teach all my students or the mentees to take their level. But like I said, what you do after taking your level is what separates you from everybody out there. Everybody have their way of trading, but we have our own way, and it was working fine. Like I said, do most of what works and do less of what doesn't work. So whatever works for you, whatever floats your boat, continue doing it. As long as you're making banks, that's what matters. Okay, so if we look here, for example, you could clearly see this sell point was taken. All right, this was taken, this was taken. This, anyway you see these levels, these are old trades. Okay, this is not something new. These are old trades. So this is what we're expecting. Once it come here, we're gonna go lower and then we're gonna go higher. Right now it seems to be it has played out. We have gone here and we have come lower, but are we gonna go higher? I do not think so. So that's for that. And then this is another one. I have to go to a lower time frame. I was just looking at this right now again, and I was very happy for this analysis. Where is it? So this is another one. This is a trade. Some of us were on this trade for long. It was like swing. They had a really good size position, and they held this for long. It was like a swing. They have a, some of my crew members have a swing account, and they just held this. God knows how much they made. That's not the point. 10x, it was a very good trade, and then it went up, and that's just that. That's just another one. And we had this next long. So this is more sorry guys, the window is just flapping. I don't want to leave mine. So this is just another area where we took a macro trade up, and we were hoping it was going to come out here and perhaps take out this buy side, but it didn't give us that. All right, so this was another trade right from the bottom. We're waiting for this low to be taken, and then it was taken, and then off we go. So this was some of the trade, some of the setup I use in teaching some of my mentees. So as you can clearly see, this was a trade. It just went in there and then off. I think this was a red folder event. I am not entirely sure, but again, as you can see, this came back into this zone right here. Okay, so let's try something out. I'm gonna measure. What do you see? My PDA stopped down 50% of it. So there is a certain technique I came up with, or certain strategy that I come up with. I call it stacking. All right. And stacking, basically, when you have a lot of, you can call it confluence zone or whatever, but within that confluence zone you have different PDAs. Now the question is, which of your PDAs has the higher priority? Okay, I have to grade my PDAs in I have to grade them differently. Okay, if you look here, I have the OT, I have the breaker, I have the order block, I have the set side, I have a couple of things. And if you go to a lower time frame, you're going to see another breaker, you're going to see a couple of things in there. All right, so inside these ones, which of them do I give a priority to? So my ability to analyze the volume, and of course I have to put in the time and price theory into that. All right, so my ability to do that is what I call stacking. So I know which zone is going to hold. So this was caught right here. This particular trade was caught right here. So this is exactly what I teach inside my Discord. Like I said, this is something that I've taught to some of my students already, and some are still in the process of mastering the acts of making this analysis themselves. So this is just an example to show you what you can get and what you can do by being able to analyze price like this. All right. So being able to catch this is what you need to be doing in the market. Now, like I said before, the next trade, the next analysis, oh, where did that go? Yeah, I'm just gonna take this out. Is here. It says new MTAs. So this is the new levels. It has already been shared yesterday, and this is the area that is going to be traded, or that we tend to trade, that we tend to trade starting from tonight, 11 o'clock or something like that. So by this week, we will be trading these levels. Again, if you look from here, this is, let's just go to methods. This is another area. In here, we have a new level that we're going to be trading on silver. Okay, you have your normal levels, you have your higher time frame levels, and of course we have this. This is the secret. This is where the magic happens. So oil, I don't know, I don't have anything really on oil so far. We have the normal levels, and then we have the Marley levels. If I open this, we don't really have this. I'm just waiting for it to cool off. So oil has been going up extremely lately, and I'm not really a fundamental analyst in that sense. So I'm expecting a rejection from somewhere around here. We got this weekly other block prices inside right now, and then if we go down, and you would see that somewhere in here I'm expecting price, somewhere around here I'm expecting the price to go down. So that is for the oil. And Dixie, I'm just gonna view this a little bit fast. So due to the news, Dixie has been rallying. Okay, so is it about to cool off? I don't know. If you want to know that, you can come join us in the Discord, and then you see exactly how we have positioned ourselves to trade all these pairs and Dixie, whether we're buying Dixie or whether we're shorting Dixie, or whether we're buying or selling Dixie. So however, this is it's inside, or getting inside this daily order block. If you measure from here, so this is an area of interest. Automatically you have this weekly CB here, right? Set side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, fair value gap. All right, now, and you have your OT right in the middle, like 100% covering your fair value gap. So this should already be an area of interest for you. So this is the draw on liquidity. This weekly fair value gap is the current draw with liquidity. One, what you have here is like you have your OT, right? You have your OT, and then you have, the funny thing is I haven't even analyzed it like this privately before. I'm just doing it now. And then you have your OB right there, weekly OB. Okay, you have your OB. This is weekly, so I'm just gonna put I'm just going to change the color, so I know the color tells me everything I need to know. So when I'm on a lower time frame, and then I'm just going to make this slightly, no, 16 is too big. I'm just going to put it 12. So when I'm on a lower time frame, I know exactly what I'm dealing with. So I do not expect this to. So now I have OT. Again, I'm gonna go in here. I'm just gonna adjust this. No, sorry, not order. It's Grammarly, guys. All right, by that, I'm just gonna write weekly. This is a very huge zone. Okay, this is a very huge, a very large zone, right? How many pips is that? So you have a lot of over 2,000 pips or something like that. It doesn't really matter. The point is, it's a draw. Okay, it's a draw on liquidity. It's not because you are expecting to long or short. This is where price, higher time frame price, is drawing to. Now, in my opinion, Dixie has a lot to do with how these other pairs move. How this one, it affects the entire market. So I follow Dixie, and I use Dixie to project how all these other pairs are going to be moving. Okay, and now the interest rate has been, yeah, if you guys have been following the news, like I said, I'm not a fundamental analyst, and it seems like all the news lately have been extremely bullish for the dollar. Okay, although I was expecting a further downside for the dollar, but it seems to have taken out this, and then we've been going up since then. All right, so let's see how far we go. Until then, this is my draw on liquidity. All right, so now we have a weekly order block and a weekly fair value gap right here, and a weekly OT, which is in connection with this one. All right, they're in the exact same place. So this automatically becomes my next doll, higher time frame doll, DOL, draw on liquidity. Okay, so if I go to the daily, again, you could mark this out as a daily OB. Now it is in the middle of this. All right. So this analysis is not about the dollar. However, I just wanted to show you guys how we trade and what we do on our Discord. So if you like this video, please press the like button and share this video, and subscribe to our channel. Click the notification button, come to our Discord, click the link below, come to my Discord. I'm not very good in this YouTube thing, but I'm good in my TA, and I'm just good in trading generally. So if you want to learn, if you want to do a funded account, and if you want to know exactly how that is done, I'm also starting a new, these things in Discord is free, by the way, or at least it was, and going to start a funded account challenge mentorship in a few days. So if you want that, click on the notification button and subscribe to my channel and come to Discord. All right, okay, that's it for now. If you have any question, type it down below and I'll answer it as soon as possible. All right, guys, bye for now. Oh, by the way, let me see how this is gonna go. Now I have to go to a lower time frame. Need to see. Okay, all right.